Hi, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Um, Last couple days, I've been super busy that I don't even have time to just sit down and have time to myself. So that's why I'm on the go and I'm still filming. So I apologize for that. But hopefully, we're not losing too much daylight here and I can just chat to you about a few things. What um, are some of the first skills that a new violinist should learn? There is so much to cover in the beginning. I can kind of tell you what I do in the first lesson or so, and then also what are some of the skills that I prioritize. So, what I'm about to discuss, it could span for across like 4 to 8 weeks, even because it takes time for the muscles to get used to doing certain things. I call them violin muscles. We talk about the instruments. So you do need to know what the parts of the violin are. Every, like important part, like the bridge, the, scroll, the fingerboard, and things like that. You also need to know the parts of the violin, like the tip, the frog, the middle, the winding, the screw, and things like that. I have a video covering all that. Also, you would need to know how to take care of your violin. So I usually go over that, like how to even put your violin away. It's important because certain things need to be removed before you can stow away your violin and even close the case. How to clean it, things like that. So that's important. Then we want to go over some of the postural aspects. So just learning how to hold the bow, that could really take up an entire lesson, just learning all the facets and practicing it over and over and over again. And also the violin, just knowing how to hold the violin properly. I don't really have the student play at all. I just have them kind of hold the position for a while, and we need to kind of gain strength as well. So even being able to hold the violin properly for 10 seconds, that's kind of an achievement in itself. So there's that aspect. And separately, I also go over note reading. If depends on the amount of time we have, the things that I already just said right now, sometimes they have to be split over 3 lessons. If we have more time and maybe it's an adult student, then I could cover little bits of everything just to kind of get the ball rolling in every category. But everything takes a lot of time. So maybe, by the time a month or two have passed, you hopefully are holding your violin very successfully. You're holding your bow well, but even that, it takes constant editing and adjusting and reminders to, get the posture right, especially as you introduce more things. So you're learning to actually play a piece or you're, complicating matters. And so you always want to go back to the basics and make sure your violin is being held correctly, your bow is held correctly. Eventually, I don't introduce this right away either. You would need to get a music stand so that the music is being, properly placed in front of you at the correct height, at the correct angle, and the proper place, so that we're not, hunching over in order to read the music. That's a big, big source of issues. If you're not careful with that, then it could give birth to some serious postural mistakes. And then the first thing I would do once you kind of have the left hand posture good is to just practice using first finger. And I would just do that, as much as you have patience for. Just use first finger. You might want to use first finger, second finger. I often put tapes, where the fingers should be, and that would require some skill as well. So I do really feel for you all who are self-taught and you don't have, someone to go to for assistance. Sometimes at music stores, they can put the tapes on for you on your violin, but that's challenging. And the other thing that kind of prompted for those who don't have any assistance around, you do need to learn, how to tune your violin and how to deal with issues. Because right now we're in winter here, and a lot of my students' pegs are slipping, and often they'll just wait for me to see them, right? And then they wait for me to fix it for them. So that's rough when you're not sure how to do that. So I will try in a future video to cover those things. But for now, I just wanted to just let you know what would be kind of the first steps. So in a future video, perhaps I can, go and delve deeper into that. And if you want to consider starting the violin with me on YouTube, I don't mind doing like a sample, beginner lesson, what I actually do to start off the brand new beginner. And so that's also an option. So just let me know. The other thing I want to ask you all is sometimes I get questions on, requesting help. And so my first question would be like what your level is. So if you're not sure where to go, what to do, with your own studies, then maybe you could give me an example of what you know how to play so far, like technical things, pieces you've been working on that you actually have some mastery, on. And then, that would give me something at least to try and point you in the right direction. So anyway, I'm again losing daylight. So take care, and I will see you tomorrow.